So, I've been hearing that song, Stone Cold Sober by Brentley Gilbert, after I got out of session. And I decided to kind of throw, and I wasn't thinking about the song. However, this makes so much more sense now, now that I realize that they're connected. Somebody's resistant to change. And I feel like this is somebody you used to know. And I'm going to say used to know because I feel like you have immensely changed so much that I don't even know if I can say that they know you anymore. And if I'm not going to do you justice, I'm not going to not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to assume you know them either. Somebody you used to know, they're very resistant to change. But then that song just keeps playing over and over again. I let the whiskey talk. Like that Stone Cold Sober song, there's a line that's like, through bloodshot eyes, it was all crystal clear. And then we have the Two of Swords out here. And I'm going to be real honest. I feel like they're starting to see it. As much as they are resisting their tower because they want to do nothing but run away. But they can't because the more they see it, the more unstable they become. And the more unbalanced they become. And the more unbalanced they are, the more they drift towards you. And I know this is so awkward, but even mentally, they drift toward you because they can't ignore it anymore. They just can't. And I really get the feeling like this person is trying to make sense of it, but trying to ignore it at the same time. And when I say trying to ignore it, they see the other people and the places and the spaces that this all surrounded in, but it's like they're not taking their accountability for anything yet. They're still like focusing on others as to being the reason, but I feel like they're coming around to the idea that, oh my God, I played a part in this. Oh my God, this was something that I helped cultivate. But it's not affecting you anymore. Like, I feel like you know it. I feel like somehow energetically you can feel it, but you're not allowing it to affect you anymore. And Two of Coins on the bottom. And they're just talking about how you're not being rocked anymore. Like, you're completely stable. They have you out in victory, and I don't feel like you should be bothered by whatever this person is just realizing that you weren't lying and I want to say you bore the truth sword. I don't necessarily know why, but I feel like you were carrying the truth with you, in whatever you accidentally were the catalyst in, unbeknownst to you, just by sharing your truth. But I really do get that this caused a huge riff, and this is what actually led to the separation. Because I feel like through all of this, I feel like whoever this masculine, fatherly figure is, I really do feel, and I don't necessarily mean it has to be your dad. He just, it just seems like there's this type of father element, authority figure to him. I really do feel as though like he's now seeing the distance that's been created, where I feel like before he was pushing it aside almost for necessity's sake and not wanting to see it. Like it had eluded him, as I say that, the Seven of Swords, like all he was shrouded in the lies and all of the bullshit. But that's crumbling. And the more it crumbles and the more he resists it, he can't help but be pulled back to you. I'm going to be 100% honest, because you were the light of truth in the lies. That's a weird way of saying it, but okay. You were the light of truth in the lies. So as he's trying to make his way out of the darkness, he's going to naturally gravitate like a moth to a flame. He's going to naturally gravitate toward the light. And in this instance, that light is you. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if somebody makes contact, if he reaches out or whatever. But he needs to come correct. Because if he's still resisting this tower when he hits your door, you already know what needs to happen, because you're at the point where you have made peace with a lot of things, and you have seen the error of what you may or may not have done, and you've owned your shit, and you have no interest being around people who haven't owned their shit. And it's not, it's not a good or bad thing. They're just talking about how it would hurt you more than help you to take on something like this right now. So if he's coming to the table, but not actually with all of the acceptance and self-awareness that he needs to, they're just saying, like, send him away. Send him away. If he's willing to look at it, then whatever, your choice. However, if he is still acting the victim of somebody else's lies, and he is not acknowledging how he treated you or others based on this person's influence or whatever the reason is, if he's not acknowledging what part he played in it, you're past it. You are so past it that it would slow you down to then get wrapped up in the chaos that is his current state. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I feel like this is cyclical for this masculine. This back and forth. This fuck you and then oops kind of a thing. And this is what he's going to have to balance as the Justice card flipped out here. This is what he's going to have to balance with the Temperance card at the same time. It is the mirror reflection of that outer and inner balance that he is finding right now. And I'm going to be really honest, like, it's almost like he's attempting to move away from it instead of towards it, because it's hard. Because it goes against his, I want to say, his natural nature. Maybe he's been a little defensive. He's been made to be the victim. He's felt like he's been stuck or trapped a lot. So that's going to be his first go-to, 707. So you want to catch him when he's worked through that. If you come a little early, or if he comes to you a little early hoping that you'll fix him, no. You had to stand by yourself. You had to stand on your own 2 feet. So does he. So just keep that in mind. The choice is still yours, but you need to pay attention on who he is when he hits your door, not who you want him to be when he hits your door. There's a difference. I feel the need to tell you that you're in the middle of your abundance. You're in the middle of your wish fulfillment, and you have big things coming. Stay focused on you. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this collective. Stay focused on you. It's all going to shake out. I just feel the need to tell you it's going to shake itself out, and you will be fine. Stay focused. Bye, B.